Right, my students? Again, what is the first topic? Question tags. What is question tag? Confirmation. I told you that point also, right? Question tag means how we can make a question tag. If the statement is positive, the question tag is negative. Model number 1. Model number 2, if the statement is negative, the question tag is positive. This is how we can make the topic question tags, right? So I'm very sure you got, I'm very sure that you are all very clear with this topic. Now I am proceeding to the next topic. What is the next topic? Very most important topic, that is second topic. This is okay now. Uses of A. As soon as B. No sooner than C. Hardly even D. Scarcely went by before. Okay? Now, this is the topic I am going to explain. See, it is looking like very simple topic, but you know, it is very important topic. Definitely, you refer to any competitive examination paper, definitely minimum you can expect 2 marks from this small topic. Of course, it is easy topic, right? Now, uses of as soon as, no sooner than, hardly even, scarcely went by before. Actually, these 4 words are called idiomatic expressions. What do we call? Idiomatic expressions. These 4 words are called idiomatic expressions. So many times, so many students are getting confused, and a number of students, many a time they ask me, sir, what is idiom? See, we come across one word in English, idiom, idiom, idiom. What is idiom? It is like idli, what we eat, right? Idiom means, see, at the time of vocabulary, when I explain the topic idioms, I explain in a clear way that even an ordinary student also can understand. Don't worry, but at present I am explaining in brief. What is idiom? See, look at the board. What is idiom? Idiom means commonly 2 words join with each other. Commonly 2 words join with each other, and they leave their actual meaning and they give a different meaning. These words are called idioms. See, for example, let us take one example. Let us take one word, for example, see. Cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. See, 2 words. Cats is one word, dogs, this is another word, 2 words. See, what is the exact meaning of cats and dogs? Animals, right? But what is happening here? Observe, these 2 words are joining with each other, right? And these 2 words are leaving their actual meaning of animals. And these 2 words are giving us a different meaning which we cannot easily understand. For example, see, different meaning, it means strange meaning, new meaning. Cats and dogs means heavy rain. Cats and dogs means heavy rain. So students, like this, there are words in English like this. Okay? They are made up joining with 2 words. These 2 words, after joining with each other, they leave their actual meaning and they give a strange meaning which we cannot expect. These words are called idioms. See, cats and dogs means heavy rain. Sometimes at the time of cricket matches, we can observe. See, they use this word, see, most of the times, I think Navlachik Sidhu, wonderful, uses excellent words in English. Many a time he used this word, heavy rain. See, as it is cats and dogs, their play has been stopped. as it is cats and dogs, the play has been stopped. Generally, who are poor in English, how do they think? Some cats and dogs might have entered the ground so that the play has been stopped. Thinking like this, they will look for cats and dogs where they are on the ground. Right? But actually, cats and dogs means heavy rain. And these words are called idioms. At the time of vocabulary, at the time I explain idioms topic, I'll explain in a clear way more than this. Don't worry. Okay? Now, look at the quote. Generally two words, sometimes more than two. Generally two words. See how many words you have here? 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. Okay? Generally two words. Sometimes in extraordinary cases more than two words also. Right? Now look at the quote. As soon as, no sooner than, hardly even, scarcely, when by, before. All these four words give the same meaning. What is the meaning? They give immediately. All these four words give the meaning of immediately. As soon as means immediately. No sooner than means immediately. Hardly when means immediately. Scarcely when by before. This word also means immediately. So my students, all these four words give us the meaning of immediately. Right? Now let us learn how we can make sentences. Very easy topic. At the same time, very most important topic. Now, look at the quote. The first word, look at the word. Usage of no sooner than. Usage of no sooner than. Okay? This we can pronounce sooner, sooner. Both are correct. Americans, they pronounce sooner. Britishers, they keep the letter R silent. See, if any word ends with the letter R, Britishers, they keep the letter word R silent. Americans, they pronounce. So, American pronunciation is sooner. British pronunciation is sooner. What is Indian pronunciation? English is not ours. Right? So, we follow both American accent and British accent. Right? No sooner than. Rules. What are the rules? Rule number 1. Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. Right? Rule number 2. Change the as soon as sentence into change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Right? And the rule number 3. Put than. Before the second sentence. Before the second sentence. Right? No doubt. First, usage of no sooner than. See, how many rules are there? 3 rules. What is the first rule? Put no sooner, underline it, okay? Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. Underline no sooner, underline as soon as. And the second rule, change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. And what is the third rule? Put than, not then. Don't get confused between the two words THEN, then, and THAN, than. Here we have to write than, not then. Okay? THAN. Put than, underline it, before the second sentence. Right? No doubt. Now, see. Look at the word. I give one sentence. How we can make the sentence with the uses of no sooner than. Let us see now. For example, see. As soon as I saw the film, as soon as I saw the film, I felt happy. Right? This is the sentence given with as soon as. The same sentence we have to write with the uses of no sooner than. No sooner than. Right? This is the same sentence we have to write with the uses of no sooner than. Right? Now look at the board. What is the first rule? Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. In the place of as soon as, we have to write no sooner. Rule number 1 is done. And rule number 2, see, this is as soon as sentence. This is as soon as sentence, and after comma, this is the sentence what we have. This is called general sentence. How many sentences are here? This is as soon as sentence, and this is general sentence. Okay? Now look at the board. Change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. See, this is the as soon as sentence. What is the as soon as sentence? I saw the film. Change this sentence into interrogative form. Right? In the very first class I told you, I explained how we have to make an interrogative sentence. I think I am very sure that you remember this point. See, how we can make interrogative sentence? First of all, if you want to make an into sentence, put not after the special verb, right? If you want to make an interrogative sentence, put the special verb at the beginning of this sentence. Do you remember? Right. Now look at me. If you want to make an interrogative sentence, put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence, right? Do we have special verb in this sentence? No. See, when there is no special verb, what you have to do? Borrow, do or, does or, did. Right? Do or, does or, did, we have to borrow. Again, we have confusion. What is our confusion? Sir, do or, does or, did. Which we have to borrow. Right? See, look at the board. See, saw, seen. These are the 3 forms. Right? Depend, the first one is present tense, and second one is past tense, and third one is past participle or future. Both are correct. Right? Now, here in this sentence, we have past tense. Saw is past tense. In the case of past tense, what you have to borrow? Did. Did I. Whatever you borrow do or does or did. That is up to you. Depending on the verb in the sentence, we will borrow. Right? So, what is the most important point? When we borrow do or does or did, put root verb. Put root verb. What is the root verb? See, by sees, saw, seen. For sees, saw, seen. What is the root verb here? See. Did I see the film? That's it. Second rule is done. So, place of as soon as. Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. And what is the second sentence? Change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Rule number is done. And what is the third rule? Put than before the second sentence. You simply put here. You simply put than here. And before the second sentence. And second sentence you write as usual. It means without any change you can repeat the second sentence. So I am explaining again. Look at the word, my students. What is the first rule? When we want to write a sentence with the usage of no sooner than. What is the first rule? Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. First rule. Second rule. Change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. This is as soon as sentence. Change this as soon as sentence into interrogative form. How can you make interrogative sentence? If you want to make an interrogative sentence, put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence. Saw is past tense. So you have to borrow did. Right? Whatever you borrow, put the root verb. What is the root verb? See. For sees, saw, seen. Who is the root verb? See. I see the picture. Right? Rule number 2 is done. Rule number 3. Put than before the second sentence. Put there and write the second sentence as usual. No doubt. No doubt, students. Right. Okay, students. Now I am giving you one sentence. Okay, now you try yourself. See, as soon as the baby sees the doctor, she will cry. Now you try yourself. As soon as the baby sees the doctor, she will cry. Now you try. Try means don't try crying, okay now? Try to make the sentence with the usage of no sooner than. Okay. Again I am writing here 3 forms. See, saw, seen. See by sees. First one is present. Second one is past. Third one is past participle or future. Right? Okay, students, now I'll explain. See, 1, 2, 3, 3 rules. If you want to write a sentence with no sooner than, how many rules I have? 3 rules. What is the first rule? Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. No sooner. Right? Done it. First rule is done it. See, this is as soon as sentence. This is general sentence. What is the second rule? Change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. If you want to make an interrogative form, what you have to do? Put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence. Do we have special verb here? No. When there is no special verb, what you have to do? Borrow, do or, does or, did. What you have to borrow again? Right? This is another confusion. Depending on the verb given in the sentence, we have to borrow. What is the verb given here? Cease. Cease. This is present tense. Am I right? When the verb is in the form of present tense, we have to identify first. What you have to identify? Is it present tense with s or is it present tense without s? We have to identify. This is present tense with s. Right? In the case of present tense with s, what you have to borrow? Does. No sooner does the baby. Whatever you borrow, put the root verb. What is the root verb? See. See the doctor. Right. Rule number second is done. Two rules we have done it. What is the first rule? Put no sooner in the place of as soon as. This is done. Second rule, we have changed the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Second rule is also done. Third rule, put than before the second sentence. Put than. Write the second sentence as usual. She will cry. Not done. Not done. Right, students? See what are the three rules? First rule, put no sooner in the place of as soon as. Second rule, change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Third rule, put than before the second sentence. Put than before the second sentence. Let me have some hot water. Right, my friends? See, one more sentence I give you try. Okay? Now, look at that word. As soon as. The peon had rang the bell. All the students rushed out. Try the sentence. Okay, what is the sentence? As soon as the peon had rung the bell, all the students rushed out. See, here is a new point here. Lots of students are getting confused when the sentence is giving like this. What is their confusion? Very easy, my students. Don't worry at all. To avoid the confusion, first thoroughly read the sentence 2 or 3 times. Okay? Why everyone is getting confusion? Because of stress. Because of stress. First of all, don't feel stress and don't feel anything is difficulty. Right? We can achieve anything in life. Go with positive thought. You can create miracles in life. Today I am telling you. Right? So first you start thinking like this. Sentence is very easy. I am able to do it. If once you start thinking like this, I am very sure you can accomplish any great task in life. Now look at the code. 1, 2, 3. How many rules? 3 rules. What are the 3 rules? The first rule is put no sooner in the place of as soon as. No sooner. Okay? See, this is the as soon as sentence and this is general sentence. What is the second rule? Change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Right? If you want to make an interrogative form, what is the formula? Put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence. Right? Yes. Do we have special verb here? Yeah. We have special verb in the sentence. What is the special verb? The as soon as the peon had rung the bell. Had is a special verb here. We have special verb. So, if we have no special verb, then we borrow do, does, did. But luckily, we have special verb in the sentence. So, we have no need to borrow. Am I right? Now, see, when there is special verb, put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence. Put the special verb, had. Had the peon. And everyone, see, and everyone commonly says peon. Peon is not English. Please don't say peon. Peon is the correct accent, right? So, no sooner had the peon rung the bell. No sooner has the peon rung the bell. Here you have no need to borrow the root verb. When do we use root verb? When we use root verb? When we borrow, do, does, did. Then only we put the root verb. Here, in this sentence, we are not borrowing anything. Right? So, don't use the root verb here. Rule number 1, we have put no sooner in the place of as soon as. Rule number 1 is done. And rule number 2, we have changed the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Rule number 2 is done. Rule number 3, put than before the second sentence. Than. Second sentence, right as usual. You have no need to change. Than all the students rushed out. Very easy. No doubt. Very easy, my students. Don't get confused. Okay? Learn everything in the manner of relax. Relax. Okay? Don't get confused. Correct? No doubt. No sooner had the peon rung the bell than all the students rushed out. Okay? Okay, my students? As soon as the peon had rung the bell, if special verb is there, no problem. Simply put the same special verb at the beginning of the sentence. If there is no special verb, then only we have to borrow do or does or did. Any doubt? my students? So, look at me. How can you make a sentence with no sooner than? Three rules are there. First rule, put no sooner in the place of as soon as. Rule number 2, change the as soon as sentence into interrogative form. Rule number 3, put than before the second sentence. This is how we can make a sentence with the word usage of word no sooner than. Okay? So first point is over. Second point, usage of hardly when. Usage of hardly when. What are the rules? 3. Here also we have 3 rules. First rule, put hardly in the place of as soon as. Rule number 2, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form and then change into interrogative form and then change into interrogative form. And rule number 3, put when, underline it, okay, before the second sentence. Note down. Note down. Three rules. Put first rule, put hardly in the place of as soon as. Hardly you underline, as soon as also you underline. Second, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form. First we have to change into had plus V3 form and then change into interrogative form. And then we have to change into interrogative form. Third rule, put when, underline it. Put when before the second sentence. Okay? Now look at the board. I have explained how we can make a sentence with the word hardly when. Okay? Now look at the board. As soon as, let us take the same sentence that I gave you the first one. As soon as I saw the film, okay, I felt happy. Let us take the same sentence. See, first we have to make the sentence with the word hardly when. What is the first rule? Put hardly in the place of as soon as. In the place of as soon as, put hardly. Rule number 1, we have done it. Rule number 2, change the as soon as sentence. This is as soon as sentence, this is general sentence, right? Change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form. What you have to do first? Had plus V3 form. It means, see, I saw the film, right? First, this is as soon as sentence. Change this as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form first. It means I had plus V3. What is the V3 of see? Saw, seen. See, saw, seen. What is the V3 of saw? Seen. I had seen the film. right? First, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form. After changing into had plus V3 form, then you change into interrogative form. How can we make interrogative? Put the special verb at the beginning of the sentence. What is the special verb here? Had. Had I seen the film? That's all. Very easy. Okay? The same sentence we can write here. Hardly had I seen the film. But don't put the question mark here, because here still we have to write. Here we have ended the sentence. This is why we have put the question mark here. Here in this sentence, don't put the question mark, because still third rule we have to complete. Right? Now, second rule. What is the second rule? We have changed the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form, and then we have changed it into interrogative form. Second rule is also done. What is the third rule? Put when before the second sentence. Before the second sentence, put when. I felt happy. I felt happy. Very easy. So, look at me, my students. Don't get confused. Again, I am telling you all. I am drilling into your mind. Right? I am drilling into mind not to get confused. Drilling into mind అంటే ఏం తెలుసా? చిలక్కి చెప్పినట్టు చెప్తున్నాను అనడానికి ఇంగ్లీష్లో డ్రిల్ ఇంటూ మైండ్ అంటారు అనమాట. ఓకేమ్మా? ఐఎమ్ డ్రిల్లింగ్ ఇంటూ మైండ్ నాట్ టు గెట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. పదే చెప్తున్నాను, చిలక్కి చెప్పినట్టు చెప్తున్నాను అనడానికి ఇంగ్లీష్లో డ్రిల్ DRILL డ్రిల్ ఇంటూ మైండ్ అంటారు అనమాట. ఓకే? సో మై స్టూడెంట్స్, డోంట్ గెట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. వెరీ ఈజీ. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద యూసేజ్ ఆఫ్ no sooner and hardly? No sooner directly takes interrogative form. In the case of no sooner, you can directly change into interrogative form, right? But in the case of hardly when, don't directly change into interrogative form. First, you change into had plus V3 form, and then you change into interrogative form, right? Rule number 3, put when before the second sentence. That is how you can make the sentence with the word hardly when. Okay? Now you try one sentence. Right, students? Now I am giving one sentence, you try. As soon as I got the telegram, I left in a cab. You try. What are the three forms of get? Get by gets. Got, gotten, got. Both are correct. Get, got, gotten. Both are correct. You try. Try the sentence. Now, look at me. I'll explain. First rule, put hardly in the place of as soon as. Hardly. Rule number 1, done it. Rule number 2, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3. First, I got the telegram. See, look at the I got the telegram. Right? This is as soon as sentence. First, change the as soon as sentence into the form of had plus V3. I had got the telegram. Get, got, gotten, get, got, both are correct. This sentence we can say I have gotten. This is also correct. So, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form. Right? Now we have to change into interrogative form. How do we make interrogative sentence? To make an interrogative sentence, put the special verb at the beginning of this sentence. What is the special verb here? Had. So, had I got the telegram. This we have to write here. Hardly had I got the telegram. Second rule is also done. What is the second rule? Change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form, and then we have to change into interrogative form. Right? Second rule is also done. Third rule. Put when before the second sentence. Before the second sentence, simply you put when. Second sentence, write as usual. Without any change. In a gap. That's it. Very easy. Not done. Right? Now, see, very easy. So my students, we have learned the uses of no sooner than, and we have learned the uses of hardly when. Now we are learning making sentences with the uses of scarcely, when, by, before. Now look at the board. Uses of scarcely, when, by, before. Scarcely, when, by, before. B-E-F-O-R-E. Okay, na? Look, note, take the note. The same rules of hardly when are followed. Very easy. See, same rules of hardly when are followed. It means, see, how we have made sentences with the uses of hardly when, the same process we can apply for the usage of scarcely when by before also. Very easy. Now look at the board. Same. But what is the difference? In the place of hardly, we put scarcely. That's it. Now look at as soon as the principal entered the classroom. Okay? All the students stood up. As soon as the principal entered the classroom, all the students stood up. 3 rules. 1, 2, 3. What is the first rule? Put scarcely in the place of as soon as. Scarcely. Rule number 2. What is the rule number 2? See, at the time of hardly when, what you have done? What you have done? Look at me. What you have done at the time of hardly when? See, put hardly in the place of as soon as. Second rule. What is the second rule? First, we have changed the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form. And then we have changed it into interrogative form. The same process here also we have to do. See, this is as soon as sentence. What is as soon as sentence? The principal entered the classroom. Right? The principal entered the classroom. This is as soon as sentence. Just like hardly when. First we have to change into had plus V3 form. The principal had entered the classroom. First, change it to had plus V3 form. Then you change it to interrogative form. If you want to make an interrogative form, what you have to do? Put the special at the beginning of this sentence. Put had at the beginning of this sentence. Had. Had the principal entered the classroom. Right? The same sentence you have to write here. Right? See, look at the quote. Hardly had the principal entered the classroom. Now look at the quote. Scarcely, same sentence you write here. Scarcely had the principal entered the classroom. Rule number second is done. First rule, put hardly in the place of, put scarcely in the place of as soon as. Rule number 2, change the as soon as sentence into had plus V3 form and then change into interrogative form. That also we have done it. Third rule, put when or before. In the case of hardly, we have to put only when. But in the case of scarcely, you can use either when or before. Both are correct. When by before. When by before. Write the second sentence as usual. Okay? All the students stood up. No doubt. No doubt. See, if you learn the usage of hardly when, very easy for us because scarcely when by before also same process. Okay, na? It makes no difference between the usage of hardly when and scarcely when by before. Small difference is there. What is the small difference? Hardly takes only when before the second sentence, but scarcely right? You can use either when or before the second sentence. Both are correct. But see, but don't at the time, don't use two words at a time when you speak. See, scarcely had the principal entered the classroom when by before all the students stood up. Don't speak like this. You use either when or before. Okay? Both are correct. Now you try one sentence. Right? You try. As soon as I consulted the doctor, I explained my problem. Right? First, just make the sentence with scarcely when by before. Okay? With scarcely when by before. Right? Okay students, I took only 1 hour class today because some technical problem happened today. Don't worry. Okay, definitely I'll take 1.5 hours class every day. Okay, only today some small technical problem happened. This is the reason I started the class. I think actually our class is 4 to 5:30, right? I started the class late at the same time, and tomorrow okay, I'll update you. Don't worry, okay na? Only these 2 days I have some small technical problem. Okay na? All the best, my students. You practice these questions at home. All the best.